Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Please also welcome a new feature to us. If you want to continue helping the channel, please click that QR code above and buy me a coffee. Coming up in this episode, could Bellamy make another U-turn when it comes to his coaching decisions? Which Burgess brother is talking about his future? And the Bulldogs and Broncos have incomings and outgoings. I'll begin today's episode with Melbourne Storm head coach Craig Bellamy, as he was much talked about when it came to his contract decision for 2023 and beyond, as the Melbourne Storm have agreed to a year-on-year decision to remain as head coach. But club chairman Matt Tripp has revealed he is hopeful that the veteran boss may remain in charge. As we know, Bellamy's 5-year extension to remain in charge of the Storm only featured a single season as head coach, with the option to continue extending his time with the clipboard on a year-to-year basis, before ultimately moving into a backroom role. Bellamy, who has been regarded as one of the best coaches in the NRL for the last 2 decades, agreed well outside of the timeline set by the club to carry on for 2023. It's understood Bellamy would have to make his call on the following year by March of each year, but the Storm extended his decision-making process by 12 months in 2022. It's unclear if he is afforded the same luxury as he decides his future for 2024, but Tripp revealed to News Corp that while he has been more no than yes before Christmas, that may change. No, he hasn't. He's got until March, he told the publication. We chatted pre-Christmas and he was more no than yes, but that might change as we get towards round 1. Craig has been really buoyed by this squad. It's a young squad compared to what he's used to, but I really think he's excited about the prospects of the next couple of years. The spine are locked down for that period, and the key players are on longer term deals. It's a squad the club believes is capable of winning premierships. The comments come after a tumultuous 12 months for the men in purple, following a season where constant injury issues impacted their tilt at a premiership. Melbourne were ultimately knocked out in the first week of the finals by Canberra Raiders. The Storm are now preparing for 2023. Without the likes of Brandon Smith, Kenneth Bromwich, Jesse Bromwich and Felice Kafusi, but have welcomed the likes of Tariq Sims and Eliasa Katoa to the club, while young guns Trent Laurier and Jack Howarth, as well as Will Warbrilk and Jonah Pezet, could be among those players fighting to make their debuts this season. There was one player that is also on the books that is key, well, his signing was key to having Bellamy stay. That was Cameron Munster, as the halfback was always going to make a decision about 2023 with the club as long as Bellamy stayed. Munster was the subject of conjecture and rumour throughout 2022, which we covered on this channel, where he was looking for a deal to either stay at the Storm as a one-club man, or, if rumours are to be believed, stay as long as Bellamy was around. This brought the interest from, among others, Redcliffe Dolphins to join the fray and join the new franchise's club as their franchise player, their marquee player if you will. But ultimately, Munster signed a new long-term deal with the Storm. But he didn't thank Bellamy, he thanks his mum for the persuasion for staying with the Storm. Now it's up to the team and the coach to get on the ball straight away to see if they are challenges for in 2023 and Penrith's title. There'll be a few for that, but Penrith themselves are going through a little bit of turbulence, as we'll show in a few moments. One of England's best forwards in recent years has been former Bradford Bulls prop and current South Sydney Rabbitohs forward Tom Burgess. The man who's played in Australia for so long, he spoke recently about wanting to help grow English Rugby League on 9 News and said he's open to a move to Super League, noting that he grew up a Leeds Rhinos fan, the team his older brother Luke won a grand final with in 2009. Speaking to the Yorkshire Post during the World Cup, Burgess said, "I'd love to come back for a stint in Super League. I want the game to do well in England. I'm a very proud Englishman and a very proud Yorkshireman. I grew up supporting Leeds, so you never say never with that sort of stuff. Hopefully, with this tournament, we can really give a shot of life to rugby league in this country." But like in everything in rugby league, things have seemed to have moved on, as Burgess has now stressed he wants to stay at South Sydney, saying he would love to stay at Souths, speaking to Fox Sports. "I've been here for 10 years now and it's my last year on contract, but I'm pretty confident we can get something organised and a new deal sorted. Whether it is a year or 2, I'm still pretty keen to stay." Burgess, seen here with all of his brothers, seems to have a change of heart ever since his brother Sam returned to the south side, giving him another reason that he wants to stay, stating it's a great, on a personal note, to have my brother back in the fold. "I've missed him a bit last year, being away quite a lot of the year coaching at Aurora Valley Axemen. It's great to have him around more, but then coming into work every day and seeing my brother here brings back a lot of memories when I first moved to Australia when we lived together. He's on the coaching staff now, so he has got to keep me in line, but it's pretty similar when I was a player to when he was a player. He always looked out for me and mentored me, so I feel like he's doing this similar role for me, but he is not out on the field with us anymore. I'm sure he would love to, but his body is not there now, but it's great to have him back, and I think he is going to add a lot to our team with his leadership and his mindset as well." While there has been plenty of Super League interest according to the same report, and he would love to play in England again if the offer was right and the circumstances were right, I think the Sydney move is going to be a permanent one for a player like Burgess, considering, as we've mentioned, Sam returning as part of the coaching staff, while twin George and his brother Luke still live in Sydney. It doesn't appear likely that Tom will make any move away from the club. It will all depend on his body and how long he will be have a contract with Souths, but who's to say that he could go on for another 3 to 4 years? Another one that could be a South Sydney legend. Be a long list of Burgesses at that club. And finally, we go through 3 bits of transfer news as we're starting with Brisbane Broncos. There will be further bits of, there's 3 in total, with Canterbury Bulldogs and Penrith Panthers all being involved in the discussions. First of all, we're going to look at the news that Brisbane Broncos have allowed the early release of Carl Oluwapu from his contract. The terms of the release are to remain confidential between the parties involved. In the statement from the Broncos website, Broncos CEO Dave Donaghy said, "Whilst this was a unique situation, we are comfortable with the position we have reached with the Bulldogs, and as a result, we have granted Carl an early release. We wish him well for the future." Which Oluwapu said, "I'm grateful to what I learned at Broncos Academy and to the staff that played a role in my development during my years in the programme. I am grateful to the Broncos for providing an early release from my contract. The young prodigy has signed for the Canterbury Bulldogs on a 4-year deal with immediate effect and had been rumoured to have spoken to 2 Super League clubs. But in a statement from the from the Canterbury Bulldogs this time, the club said, "The Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs are pleased to announce the signing of Carl Oluwapu for the next 4 seasons, commencing immediately. Carl will relocate from Brisbane shortly to join the Bulldogs for pre-season training. The Bulldogs would like to acknowledge the Brisbane Broncos and the development work that they have already put into Carl's career. We would like to thank the Broncos for their professionalism in dealing with this process and in providing Carl with his early release to pursue this opportunity. The 18-year-old is much sought after in the NRL, and now he's got a contract until he's 22 with the Bulldogs." My thoughts on this move is that Oluwapu was not going to be involved in the first team as much as he wants with the Broncos, so a move to Canterbury Bulldogs to find first team rugby would be a good step. And if Phil Gould's men, Cameron Ciraldo's men, have big plans for him, then he'll be getting more first team football in this part. But the Broncos went out and done some changes themselves, as they brought in Marty Tapau to the club, as the big forward decided not to go to Perth, which I thought would happen. Parramatta, which I thought would happen, but instead decided to go to Brisbane. Broncos coach Kevin Walters said Marty has been playing in the NRL since 2010, so he brings good experience and was very impressive when we spoke to him on the values he brings to our club. We have a lot of young middle forwards here at the Broncos, and we believe the experience that Marty brings will help them grow and be better players as well. He has a real presence about him, and I think that will really add to the group and what we are building here, both on the field and off the field. Tapau is said to be happy with the deal as well, as he has called it a very good ecosystem at the Broncos. And it has been confirmed that Stephen Crichton will be a Canterbury Bulldogs player from 2024 after the NRL club confirmed they had agreed another 4-year deal, but this time with the Samoa superstar. The 22-year-old will play the campaign this year with Penrith. He will then make the move to the Bulldogs at the end of the year, when the pre-season commences for 2024. Having scored 41 tries in 76 games for the Penrith Panthers since making his debut in 2019, the Apia-born centre of fullback has a key role that had helped Penrith Panthers win back-to-back premierships. In a statement from the Bulldogs, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs are pleased to announce that Stephen Crichton has accepted a 4-year deal that will see him join the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs for the 2024 season onwards. Out of respect for both Stephen and Penrith Panthers, the club will make no further comment until he joins us at the end of the 2023 season. A statement from Crichton via the New South Wales Rugby League stated that it is the hardest decision to make, and now my full focus is on 2023 and finishing my time at the Panthers as strong as I can, Crichton said. It's going to be tough to leave my teammates, but we will have our chance to make more memories this year. I know my friendships at the Panthers won't finish here, but will last forever. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. Tell me what your thoughts are on the episode in the comment section below, as it's open for business, but please remember to be respectful. And if you'd like to support the channel, here's the QR code for my Buy Me a Coffee page. All you need to do is click on that and donate. Simple as. It helps me continue with my ideas of how we can grow this game. More in that in the future, but to do it, I need your help, to be honest. Are you supporting? We can support rugby, I'm sure, in our small way. So, if you can donate, please do. If not, don't worry about it. Keep following the channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. I'll end the episode as I always do by wishing you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.